Hi all, I am Pramod Gupta and I welcome you to my YouTube channel Data My Passion. So in the last video, we have seen the Python installation, that is Anaconda distribution and installation, and we have also seen some overview of Jupyter Notebook, PyCharm IDE, Spider IDE, and so on. In today's video, we are going to explore more on Jupyter Notebook. So let's get started. So if you type Anaconda, as I showed you in my last video also, if you type Anaconda prompt, if you type Anaconda in the search box of Windows and your Anaconda prompt will get open. In that case, you have to just write Jupyter Notebook and hit enter button, and then you will end up with this kind of screen. So I'll walk you through this kind of I'll give you all kind of overview of this Jupyter Notebook in this particular video. So if you see this button, right, so here since you have installed Python 3 version, you are able to see it here, Python 3. Okay, so if I want to start a new Jupyter Notebook file, you have to click on Python 3. So it actually started a new notebook. You can see it here. Here the name of the notebook is given, so you can give any notebook. Say for example, hello Python. That is our first program, so we'll rename the notebook as hello Python. And if you go and see it here, you can see it here. This particular file got saved as hello_python.ipynb file. So the extension used for this Jupyter Notebook is ipynb file. So this particular extension can only be read by this particular software, that is your Jupyter Notebook. So whenever you save any code in ipynb file, you can only open it in Jupyter Notebook, right? So let's explore a few of the other options here. So you can see the first menu is like file menu. You can see new notebook, the way I show it here, right? How you have created the same. You have an option here to create a new notebook like this. You can also open already existing notebook. Okay, so there is a open option given here. You can use that and you can open that. Next part is you can make a copy of it. You can save as, rename, save a checkpoint. So when I say checkpoint, whatever code you have saved till now, that create a checkpoint, and that's how you can save it. You can once you are done with the coding in Jupyter Notebook, you can download the whatever code you have coded, right? You can download into different format. You can see it here. You can download a notebook in .ipynb file. You can also download in .py, that is Python base file, and other formats is also supported. Whatever is given here, you can actually download them. The next part are cutting the cell. So this particular thing is called cell. So there is a shortcut we frequently use. So with this add button, you can actually add cells here. So whatever command you want to write, you can write it here. Python command I'm talking about. So since I have not introduced Python yet to you guys, so I'm just writing this simple command which is just printing hello world. So this particular thing I'm writing in this particular cell, and if you want to execute it, you have to just press on run button and you will get output here. So why this Python, this Jupyter Notebook is so important? Because it will give you a interactive IDE, which at the beginning of learning Python, it is very helpful, because in this particular IDE you can do coding, you can prepare your write-ups also, which I'm going to show you in this video. You can put comments and everything in a proper format, right, in a documentation manner. So this is a beauty of this particular Jupyter Notebook IDE. So this is how I showed you, like you can add the different cell, you can cut if you don't require it, you can copy it, paste it, then you can, if suppose this particular thing you want to make up, you can go up, you want to make it down, you can go down, run it, stop it. So this is an interrupt kernel. I'll tell you in a while, but these are all shortcuts, you can use it here. So this is a particular part, right? So let's let's see few more options. So you can see in edit section, the standard, if you have ever used Microsoft Office product, the edit option gives you all kind of flexibility like cut, paste, delete, undo, do all those things. Then again, view option is also there. You can use like toggle header, toggle toolbar. We are not using so frequently. Now insert cell above. Suppose you want to insert any cell above to this cell, you can put it there. A cell will get inserted above. If you want to insert a cell below to this particular cell, you can do that. A particular cell will get in. So in order to show you, I can write another print statement. Hello friends, right? So if you wanted to so here is your cursor, here is your cell, right? If you wanted to insert a cell just below this particular cell, you can see it here. So in between these two, this particular cell got inserted. Okay. Similarly, all the running the cell, run all the cells, so blah blah blah, that all. So running one at a time you can do, and there is a shortcut also. If you press shift enter, this will run. Okay, shortcut. You can run from this option. You can run all at once. So you can run all, you can say, so it will run all your cells. Okay. Then there is a very important part called kernel. So here you can do the interrupt. So whenever you start coding Python here in Jupyter Notebook, many a times you will see, if you are having a long running code you have written, or very much huge data processing you are doing here, then your kernel might get stuck. In that case, you can interrupt your kernel. I mean, in between you can stop the execution, and the shortcut is also given, control C. You can do that. If you want to restart the kernel, you can press the restart button. If you want to restart and clear the output, definitely you can do that. If you want to restart and run everything, all the cell, you can use this option. You can shut down, you can reconnect, and if you have different kernels, you can change it here. So these are all the options available to you in the Jupyter Notebook options. So it's again, you have, once you start writing code here, you will slowly, and after some time, once you get, once your hand got dirty with this coding, you will realize that it is pretty easy to use this Jupyter Notebook, and it's very easy, I would say. So let me talk about also these options. So this particular thing, you can say this is a code, Python code we have written. So code option is selected. If you want to do any kind of heading, like say introduction to Python, I can write introduction to Python, right? And this you don't want to run as a code, you want to put as a heading, you can put it as a heading. So if you can put it as a heading, so this is a number one heading. So this is so big, this is because this is heading number one. If you just decrease it to, this is second heading. If you want to again decrease it one more, this is, font size get decreased. If you similarly, you can also use option called markdown. Okay, I'm so sorry, this is markdown. Yeah, this is markdown. And suppose if you don't want to create, so this is very helpful while creating a document. So this is introductory, this is introductory session. Okay, if you do like this, so you can see that in the same notebook you are creating document like structure, also you are embedding code. So the same document, that's why it is very useful in the beginning of learning Python or doing experimentation. We use a lot this Jupyter Notebook. So you can write your observations, whatever you observe while doing the exploratory data analysis, you can write it down using, by selecting markdown option or heading option. Markdown option or heading option, you can do all those documentation. If suppose you have a code but you don't want to execute at that point of time, you can put as raw NB. So this will be like a code, but it will not be like heading or markup, but it is like a code which is a kind of there, but it will not execute. So if you do that, nothing will happen, right? So these are the different options, I would say, available in Jupyter Notebook. It's very good learning tool, very good IDE for initial beginner people who is learning Python. So I would say explore it. You will definitely feel very comfortable working with Jupyter Notebook. So I hope you understood this today's session, and I mean, this is what I wanted to cover in this session. If you like my video, please hit the like button, subscribe, and share my channel with your friends. It will definitely helpful for them. Okay, so keep smiling, keep learning, and thanks for watching.